in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack. Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Ritter. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver there was Donald Parham, but now it's 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Ritter off the play fake. Rolling to his right. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. first and 10, it's Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Ridder now. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. A CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Lawrence from his end zone. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Set punt. And cycle.
Robinson up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, it's Ridder. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Ridder going to change up the look. They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Ridder will throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Jacksonville's gamble on Ingram getting back to peak form was a smart one. Career best in catches and yards. Basically gave their offense another big-bodied receiver to go to, as they did there.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second and 7. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 26. Lawrence on third down. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Lawrence will throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on fourth down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Sliding out of the... And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On third down, Robinson. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on fourth down. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10, right at the 40. Now Lawrence. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Lawrence. Oh, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you don't
down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 22. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Lawrence. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Again on second and 10, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, here is Jones. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hyatt goes in motion left. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As it's time now to send you back stateside to
Both teams
Orlando,
making their final
Florida, and check in
adjustments.
with Jonathan
We're closing in
Coachman
on the second
at REA
half.
Sports
And for the
Halftime
cup,
Report.
let's get you back
Coach.
over to London, where we rejoin Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Ritter to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And complete to Drake London. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. He'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7. Right side, he has Johnston. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ritter, he wants to change the play here. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
First down. Here's Ritter. Hyatt there to grab it. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Pass hauled in by Johnston. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Going for it on 4th down. It's Ritter. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. On first down, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. His team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Ritter off the play fake. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Going play action. Ritter dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the Jaguars' 18-yard line.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Ritter going to change it up. Again, it's Robinson. 65 yards on the ground for him so far.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Hey, kill!
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Ritter back to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Jags' new kicker for 2023, Brandon McManus, on for the field goal. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
Go, let's go.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
6 yards. Move those chains. That's good. We're on Jacksonville. 1st and 10.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now Lawrence.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Think right.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Ritter's a throw completed to Hyatt.
17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Black shot. Hut.
On 1st down, Ritter.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Ritter going to change up the look.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go up top again.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Lawrence will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Hey, I'm gone.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence.
Steps away to his left. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey. Go.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And he'll get it right back to Washington.
Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Flush to his right. His pass caught with the 4. Touchdown Jaguars.
Jamal Agnew.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
On second down, Ritter.
Going up top. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Atlanta, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly.
We got London on the
whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. And that's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too wide to be shooting in the odds. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks.
Touchdown in the new town, already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size